but it is what it is. The judge slapped his mallet and it echoed through the courtroom. It echoed because it was empty. All those who said they had love for me slowly disappeared. Once my name vanished from the headlines, I'm still sitting there in shock. When the judge gave me football numbers, shit. I was only 23 years old. The date will put me somewhere as a senior citizen, but it ain't no crying in this game. It wasn't no crime when I was hustling on the block, knocking off rocks, kilos, and running up in other brother spots. This game was never designed for the weak and those who were sheep. Ended up hunted by the wolves, wolverines, gorillas, and killers. And that is just how the game is. But I never thought the man I started this shit with would sacrifice me and our friendship and tell the DEA everything they needed to send me up the river. I heard they offered him some kind of deal, but these are the kind of deals that'll get you killed. You see, when you put that cocaine into that Pyrex jar, that's the deal you make with the hood. See no evil, say no evil, and never snitch on your own people. But that's neither here nor now. I'm shackled like a runaway slave. I'm shackled like a slave from the Atlantic slave trade. From ankles to wrists, once you inside, fear can get you killed. This drug shit is for real. If you're lucky, you might be an old man, but many of us end up here, dead in cemeteries. Ain't no loyalty among thieves. This game ain't for everybody. They put me on a private plane, destination not known, but I heard I was headed to a supermax. The judge told me I'd be lucky if my feet ever touched grass again, and all I could say was fuck you. And in my head I said goddamn, but I couldn't drop a tear even though I was dying inside. Once you inside, fear can get you killed. And for those listening, this drug shit is for real, but many of us end up here dead in cemeteries, where our bodies being viewed or being cut up for autopsies, where our vital organs are sold on the black market. Something that your mama or the media won't share with you. But goddamn, if you wanna get in this game, these are your options. I never wanted to be a drug dealer. I never consider myself a killer, but I consider myself someone not to be fucked with. I consider myself someone that was loyal to the soil, and maybe I was too loyal for my own detriment. These streets don't give a fuck about loyalty. It's all about what have you done lately for me. I've been in this shithole for 27 years, and parole finally decided to let me go. And I stepped out of that penitentiary, a free man, and everything was moving fast, kinda like that cartoon, the Jetsons back in the day. People bumping into you, not saying excuse me. That shit was new to me, and where my neighborhood used to be, in that same spot I got rich off. That same spot I sold my drugs from was now an apartment complex, and those I hung with were either sprung out or dead. And those who were lucky enough to change their lives around didn't want nothing to do with me. But it is what it is, the game. Who's gonna hire me, an ex-felon? Shit, I can barely read and write, but I figure this shit out. See, I'm a hustler, and to those listening to this shit, if you jump into this shit, know this game ain't for everybody. And if you're planning to dabble in this shit, know what can happen. I'm shackled like a runaway slave. I'm shackled like a slave from the Atlantic slave trade. From ankles to wrists, once you inside, fear can get you killed. This drug shit is for real. If you're lucky, you might be an old man, but many of us end up here, dead in cemeteries. Ain't no loyalty among thieves. This game ain't for everybody.